Avant tout propos, il conviendrait de remercier les organisateurs de cette école scientifique de recherche sur le Soleil. L'énergie solaire est une thématique qui est tout à fait d'actualité au niveau européen comme d'ailleurs partout dans le monde. Si autrefois l'énergie solaire constituait une part résiduelle dans la production et la consommation énergétique, depuis une dizaine d'années, sa croissance est fulgurante. L'on a donc tout intérêt à développer un tel type d'énergie, d'autant plus que le soleil qui en constitue la matière première est de loin d'être une ressource abondante, inépuisable, durable et surtout non polluante. Cette école scientifique sur le soleil, par son approche pluridisciplinaire, permettrait donc d'acquérir, nous l'espérons, de nouvelles connaissances.
Bonjour, Gilles Destieux, professeur à la Haute École du Paysage d'Ingénierie et d'Architecture de Genève. Nous collaborons depuis plusieurs années avec l'Université Savoie-Mont-Blanc, que ce soit à travers la cofondation de la chaire transfrontalière Cité sur l'efficacité énergétique, ou encore nous portons ensemble le projet Interreg G2 solaire sur le développement et le déploiement du cadastre solaire à l'échelle du Grand Genève. Voilà, toutes ces thématiques sont pleinement liées au Solar Academy et nous avons hâte de pouvoir continuer à travailler ensemble sur des projets de recherche ou des programmes de formation. Alors bon vent au Solar Academy.
My name is Martin Patel. I'm a professor at University of Geneva, where I hold the chair for energy efficiency. And as just mentioned, solar energy is absolutely essential for the energy transition. For example, Swiss energy policy sees solar energy as number one among the various new types of renewable energy resources. But there's a long way to go. We are certainly not yet there, and solar energy still needs to receive a lot of extra attention.
Bonjour, en tant qu'architecte, nous sommes au cœur des préoccupations environnementales. Nous sommes persuadés que le monde de la recherche doit nous permettre d'innover toujours au service de cette conscience environnementale. C'est pourquoi nous sommes aujourd'hui très enthousiastes de participer avec la Fondation USMB et en soutien de la chaire Cité au lancement de la Solar Academy.
Good morning or good afternoon everybody. I'm Professor Marco Fossa from the University of Genova, Italy. I'm Professor of Applied Thermodynamics, Renewable Energies and Solar and Geothermal Energy. I'm very proud to be in this video for, let's say, endorsing the Solar Academy School at Université Savoie-Mont-Blanc. I'm very happy and proud because there is a long tradition of collaboration between my uni and Université Savoie-Mont-Blanc. Research on solar, first of all, heat transfer, PV integrated in buildings, high efficiency PV greenhouses, solar concentration, for example, with the Fresnel technology. From the educational point of view, the collaboration started many years ago. We signed a double degree program. C'est un programme de double diplôme au niveau master sur l'énergie et sur les bâtiments solaires. C'est pour ça que le programme s'appelle European Master in Energy and Solar Buildings.
Bonjour, my name is Roberto Caray. I am a lead researcher in building physics in Tecnalia in Spain. I'm sorry for not being there with you today. I could not make it physically to the meeting due to the coronavirus. So first of all, I hope that you will have a fruitful meeting today. In Tecnalia, we do have activity in energy in buildings, also quite a lot of activity in renewables. So we work in solar thermal systems, in photovoltaics. We do work in energy efficiency and HVAC systems, both in terms of design, modeling, and also testing. We do have a test facility which is named Cubic. Our activity and our capacity will meet the needs of Solar Academy. I'm eager to collaborate with you all, and let's see how everything evolves over the years along Solar Academy. So I hope that you have a fruitful kickoff meeting today.
The increase of solar photovoltaic energy in Spain started in 1998 with the liberalization of the Electricity Act. From 1998 to 2010, there was a progressive increase of the importance of photovoltaic. This was due to a regulatory framework which gave feed-in tariff and a generous premiums to promote this kind of energy. However, after the financial crisis, the entire electricity system came into a deficit, and there was the need to reduce progressively the amount of feed-in tariffs. This led to several and many legal battles in front of the Spanish Supreme Court and international arbitration courts. Whereas the Spanish Supreme Court denied the request of claimants, the international courts have condemned the Kingdom of Spain in several decisions. After all this trouble in between investors in photovoltaic and the government, we are now in a new path to reinforce and to gain new momentum for photovoltaic energy in the form of auctions, in the forms of promotion. So we think we are now restarting a second and very favorable period for photovoltaic in our country.